All right, class. Today we're going to take notes on scatterplot. Page 5. The title of page 5 is Scatterplots. The title of page 5 is Scatterplots. Okay. What is a scatterplot? We're going to define scatterplots. Scatterplots are graphs. It's the first thing you need to know about them are graphs that compare two quantities. That compare two quantities. One of the quantities we're going to graph along the x-axis. The other quantity we graph along the y-axis. Two quantities. We graph one quantity along the x-axis and we graph the other quantity along the y-axis. I'm going to put it going the long way. Okay. The table for a scatter plot, because we usually create a table with x and y values. We take these points from the table and we graph them on a coordinate plane. We usually use that first quadrant, and our scatter plots, the points that we graph, do not have to form a straight line. In most cases, it's not a straight line. In most cases, you see the word scatter, its plots or points that are usually just scattered. They don't form a straight line. Most of the time they don't. They can form a straight line, but in most cases they do not form a straight line. Nor do you connect these points. You just graph them. There are different ways to describe a scatter plot. There are different ways to describe a scatter plot. There are different ways to describe a scatter plot. One of the ways that we're going to talk about as far as describing the scatter plot is to tell what the correlation of the points are. One way to describe it is to describe the correlation. Okay. There are three types of correlations. This is the main way, really the only way that we're going to describe a scatter plot. There are so many other ways, but we're only, in this course, we're going to just talk about one of those ways. And that's to describe the correlation. I'm going to break down the word correlation just to make this a little simpler for you, or to simplify it. This prefix co is talking about points or ordered pairs, your x and your y points. This word on the back end, a relation, is a set of points or a set of ordered pairs. Okay, so the prefix, the beginning part of the word, co, represents, or the meaning behind it is points. The back part of the word, the suffix of the word relation, is a set of ordered pairs. Okay? Write this down, babe. Okay? In other words, when you are finding the correlation of points, what that means is that you are finding how the points are related. What's the relationship between the points? So the meaning, what is the relationship between the quantities? And that's your X and your, what are you graphing along your X and your Y? Your X and your Y. What is the relationship between your X and your Y? The two quantities. The two quantities, X and Y. What is the relationship between them? Okay? What is the relationship between them? This is what it's saying. When you're describing the correlation, the meaning of that is what is the relationship between the quantities X and Y? Okay? There are three types of correlations. Three types. We're going to draw the different types. So we're going to draw three different graphs. We're using the first quadrant, x-axis. You got your y-axis. Okay. If you have a scatter plot, when you graph the two quantities, whatever's on the x and whatever's on the y, could be the hours worked and the amount of, or the total amount of money made, or whatever it is. If as x increases, y increases, which means you have points that are on the average, they're going up. As you can see, for the most part, as your x increases, your y is also increasing. That means your points are going up. This is called a positive correlation. And this is when your points are just going up. Okay? Your points are going up on a scatter plot. We'll keep it simple. But it's as x increases, y increases. If you see a scatter plot, whereas x increases, y is decreasing, in other words, those points on the average are going down, okay? This is a negative correlation. Okay? So that means your points are going down. As x increases, y decreases. As x increases, y is decreasing. Why, Miss Reyes, do you keep saying x is increasing? Because the only way to read the x-axis is to go from left to right. That's the only way to read an x-axis. Is from left to right like you're reading a book. You don't read the x-axis going from right to left. You always read the x-axis like you're reading a book. Yes, babe. The last type of correlation is where you have points that are just scattered everywhere. It does not, you can't tell if they're going up or down. They're just scattered everywhere. This is a no correlation, okay? This is a no correlation. This is where your points are just everywhere. It's not going up. It's not going down on the average. They just everywhere. You can't tell if most of them are going up and most of them are going down. You just can't tell. So it's a no correlation. We're going to go to the guided practice problems. Okay. I'm going to pause real quickly. This is what the guided practice problems look like. I'm going to pause to show you where it is on our page. All right. So today we're only going to do a couple. All right, all we're doing is we're going to be graphing the ordered pairs that are in the tables. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3. We're graphing the ordered pairs that are in the table, okay? 1, 2, and 3 are the ones that we're going to do. All right, so just to get a practice of how to graph ordered pairs and create the scatter plot. The first one is already done for you, okay? These points are already graphed here. Okay, they already graphed those points. It says music. That's just the title. The scatter plot shows the number of CDs in millions. Okay, so it's written in terms of millions. Were sold from 1999 to 2005. These are years. So from 1999 on the bottom, remember I told you most of the time is going to be on graphed on the x-axis. So time is here on the x-axis, and it's from 1999 all the way to 2005, and they just abbreviated the year. They put the last two digits of the year. If the trend continues, they mean the pattern. And here you can tell that the pattern is going down. If this trend continues, about how many CDs were sold in 2006? So 2006 would be this year over here. Okay, this is 2005. This will be 2006. So it's going. See how it's going down. In 2005, right in here, 2005, it's about 700 million. Okay, so maybe in 2006, it's going to be possibly between maybe 650 million and 700 million. So let's do that. So about, because it'd be right in here somewhere. So we're going to say about 650 mil, 700 million. So it's going to be between somewhere in there if the trend continues. Any questions about how I came to that conclusion? Okay. Really, we're not going to do number 3 because I just realized they're asking for a line of best fit, and we're not doing that until tomorrow. Okay. All right. So in number 2, all we're doing here is we're going to graph these ordered pairs into this graph here. Notice how there is what you call a break in the line. That means they're going to start with a certain number and then go up by a different number, a set number of increments. So they're going to start at 9, and then after they start at 9, they're going to go up by ones. Instead of starting at 0, go 1, 2, 3, 4. They didn't have any values between on the y-axis between at what is this by thousands. They didn't have any that was under 9,000. So they didn't start that low. They wanted to start at 9,000 and then go up by 1,000. Okay. So here, let's graph this. This is my X. The child's age is here. This is along the X-axis. Y is the annual cost. This is along the Y. And so now we're going to graph these ordered pairs. So we got 3 is the child's age. So we find 3 on the X-axis, which is right here. And this is 10,700. So remember, this is going up by thousands. It's 9,000 is 10,000. So we're going to go up to 10,000, and it's 10,700. That's really close to 11,000. So we're going to put it close to 11,000 right in here. We know it's a little more than half because that would be 10,500, right? So it's a little over that. So this is where we're estimating it to be. That's our first ordered pair. Our second ordered pair, let me know if I'm moving too fast, okay? Our second ordered pair is 6 and 11,700. So go over to 6 for the child's age. That's along the x-axis. That's here. And we're going to go up to 11,700. So 11,000, look where 11,000 is. This is 9,000, 10,000. This is 11,000. 11,700 is very close to 12,000. So we're going to go up here. It's not quite 12,000, but it's over the middle mark. So we're going to go right up here somewhere. This is our second point. Yes, babe. Yes, you can already tell. Great job, babe. You can already tell that it's going up and not down. Excellent observation. Okay. So now let's do our third order pair. It's 9 in age, okay? And it's 12,600. So we're going to go up. This is 9, 10, 11, 12,000. And 6,000 is right above the halfway mark. So just a teensy bit above the half. It's right here. Okay. Please let me know if you are lost. Now we're going to the fourth order pair. We have 12 in age. So go along the bottom to 12 years of age is right here. And we're going to go up to 15,000. This is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15 is right here. Put our order pair right here. Okay. And now the last ordered pair is 15. Go over to 15 in age is right here. And we're going to go up to 16,700. 9,000, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And 16,700 is very close to 17. So we're going to put it kind of close to 17, but over the halfway mark. Okay. This is our ordered pair right here. Okay, so we've graphed all of our ordered pairs. Now it wants us to describe the relationship that exists in the data within. So what's the correlation? When it says describe the relationship, it's asking for the correlation. When we go back and look at our notes, which one of these correlations is it? Is it a positive correlation where your points are going up? Is it a negative correlation where your points are going down? Or is it a no correlation where you can't identify if it's going up or down? Yes, it's a positive correlation. So our answer here is positive correlation. Very good. Okay, and this is the only one that we're going to do today. We're doing 1 and 2, and then I'm going to show you how to do the others tomorrow, okay? We talked about the correlation of points today. will go into line of best fit tomorrow. Okay, that's where we're going to have to use our graphic calculator. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop the video here. I want us now to go to our Delta Math assignment, and I need you to work on the independent practice. I need you to work on the independent practice week 6. Independent practice week 6. Log into Delta Math, please, and work on the independent practice week 6. Is there anybody that's still copying the guided practice problems? You sure? I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here. Please work on Delta Math week 6. Do you have a question, babe? Go ahead. You need to make sure that you you take a picture of the notes and put in your interactive notebook. Do you need me to take a picture for you? Okay. 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 Let me know if you need that picture. All right. So I do want you to work on the Delta Math assignment now. Do not forget to add your notes that we took to your digital interactive notebook. So you take a picture and put this on your digital interactive notebook. I'm going to stop the video. Please watch this if you need to, okay? And please ask questions.